uh, uh. And then Scout said, my cousin has some dirty tricks. Where the cheetah says, Scout, come on. And just like that, when the cheetah says, Scout, come on. Where Scout says, but I can't help it. Where Scout says, yes, cuz. Where Scout says, Scout carries the cheetah one. You're in the forest. Where the cheetah says, got that. I'm gonna win that race. Where Twilight says, nice one. Awesome. And just like that, when Twilight says, awesome, nice one, Rip. Where Rip says, you bet, I'm gonna up the tempo. And then Rip says, down the tempo, down the tree. And then Scout says, Scout carry the cheetah one. You're at Crystal Mountain. And then the cheetah says, you're right, time to take that rock and rollers ride. Where Scout says, you got it, cuz. Activate giant snowballs. Where Scout says, that'll teach that rock and roller. Where Twilight says, Rip, look out, snowballs, run! Where Twilight says, we need the deer squad, which is, Rip and Twilight are being chased by giant snowballs. Where the cheetah says, ha! My race car now, time to take hers. Where Twilight says, that was close, thanks, deer squad. Where Twilight says, hey, where did Rip's race car go? It was just here for a minute ago when we were being chased by giant snowballs. Where the cheetah says, I had it first. So long, slowpokes. Where Rainbow Dash says, this is Rainbow Dash, and she's going really fast, and she'll win that race to race against that cheetah. Where Rainbow Dash says, hi, Adventure Alex. Where Rainbow Dash says, wait, Adventure Alex? Where Rainbow Dash says, you know me? Where Adventure Alex says, yes, and you must be Rainbow Dash. Where Rainbow Dash says, you're from Sparkle Island? And then Adventure Alex says, yeah, I go on adventures with the Deer Squad. Where Rainbow Dash says, that's great. I'm in the middle of the race, racing against the cheetah. Where the cheetah says, Scout, did you hear that? And